2, 1, go.
The most embarrassing story ever. When I was 18, my girlfriend at the time was finally ready to have sex. I, as one might expect of an 18-year-old, was excited. Neither hell nor high water was going to stand between me and my final destination. I get ready for the night, trim everything up, shower extra well. Unfortunately, there was also an issue. I have an intestinal disorder that sometimes causes my shit to become large and quite solid while still inside me. I wasn't aware it was a treatable problem and in fact just thought everyone had to deal with the equivalent of anal kidney stones. I bring this up because I had a mighty one which had been loaded into the gun for several days. And let me set the scene. Her parents are away, we have her house to ourselves. She was always a little kinky, so she demands we do it in her parents' bed. I walk into a candle holocaust. She's been working on this all day, apparently, and it's as bright as high noon in there with the lights off. Which is good, because she proceeds to do a sweet, sexy little dance for me. At 18, she was amazing. For those of you who never experienced a female at that age, I pity the fool. Now I'm sitting on the bed watching this dance. I smile and tell her how good she looks. Unfortunately, most of my attention is focused on the dull throbbing from my sphincter and the large amount of intestinal discomfort associated with not dropping a deuce in days. But somehow I still get hard and go to town. She starts out on top, then we switch. I bend her over the bed, I even smack her ass, a ballsy move at the time, but she loved it. Due to my built-up distraction, I last for what seems like forever. She can't stop moaning and telling me how good it feels, and then she says what every man wants to hear. I want to make you come in my mouth. I fucking love women. So she goes down on me. She was always average at best in the head department, but at least she tried. She pops my cock out of her mouth long enough to look up at me and say, "Tell me if you like this." Then I feel it.
What the?
She stuck her finger up my ass.
What
My
the
brain
fuck?
hits the panic switch and every muscle in my body locks up tighter than a virgin. But it's too late. I take a massive, painful shit all over her parents' comforter. No, you aren't understanding. I mean large. Huge. Immense. Take your largest shit and multiply it by 42, and you'll have an idea of what flew out of me. And gents, when I say flew, I don't mean, oh, I pooped. I mean projectile. I mean hurricane force winds hitting it up stand. And due to my condition, it comes out as a large, dark brown, smelly harpoon. I know it hit her. I didn't see it. She ran screaming, "Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Help!" I always imagined that, due to her position, it hit her right in the chin. Or at least the tits. I would like to say I got up to go after her, but I heard the bathroom door shut, and I just lay there. The smell hit me after a few seconds. It smelled like someone rolled a cat in shit and then threw it into a tire fire. I looked down and saw, to date, the largest bowel movement I've ever heard of laying on the bed. Then I noticed the blood, and when I did, I noticed the pain. Apparently the fact that it was so large caused it to rip my ass a little bit. Thought I was bleeding from the inside. This little doctor's trip the next day is what taught me of my condition. There was a small pool of blood where my ass had been. A final reminder of the exact place and moment I lost my virginity. I will treasure this memory for all my days. I grab my shit with my hands and go to the downstairs bathroom. I throw around a third into the toilet and flush, fearing any more will clog it and only add to my already significant woes. I stand there holding 2/3 of my biggest shit of all time, feeling a trickle of blood flood down my leg, trying to ignore the sharp
What
pain
is this
stabbing my
guy?
rectum. I find myself wishing I had a photo of this.
Oh
Anyway,
my
I finished
God.
flushing my baby, clean off my hands, jammed toilet paper between my cheeks. I skipped the Band-Aid and went upstairs. I could hear my girlfriend sobbing from behind the bathroom door. I decided not to say anything to her and just keep moving. The smell in her parents' room was abysmal. It's like when you take a shit and walk out of the bathroom, you think, hey, not so bad today. But then you walk back in to grab your magazine and go, holy shit! It was one of those moments. The scene is burned behind my eyelids for all time. My life, my shame, my very first time smelled like a pile of dead babies. I quickly got dressed since the heat from 10,000 candles was making the room feel more like a porta potty. I was aware enough to grab the comforter on my way out and drag it downstairs to their washer. Also the top and bottom sheets, since the blood had leaked on through all the way to the mattress. Still no sign of the girlfriend, but at this point I considered it a blessing. I jammed it in the washer with 3 loads worth of detergent and set it on spin, knowing that not even the hand of God would save these linens, let alone tied in snuggles. Then I left. I avoided my girlfriend's calls for days until she came to my house. We had a long talk about what happened. Talk meaning breaking up with me because I shit on her.
What the fuck did I just listen to? What the fuck?